robotics in the operating theatre.
Hi, I'm 𝐷𝐷𝐿, a managing partner for Hunniwell Lake Ventures, a VC firm that invests exclusively in medical devices. Robotics is so ubiquitous today that it has infiltrated almost every aspect of our lives, from industrial robots that manufacture goods at efficient scale, to the Tesla, the standard bearer for autonomous vehicles, to contactless food delivery by robots during COVID, and even in law enforcement and surveillance. But in today's operating theaters, robots are still a rare sight. Now, it's a shame because this is an area where innovation is so badly needed. More than 400 million surgical procedures are performed around the world annually, and this does not include another 150 million cases where lack of access to safe and affordable surgery has resulted in disability or deaths. Surgery also touches almost everyone, whether yourself or a close family member, and surgery terrifies more than any other medical procedure because it has the potential to be invasive, painful, and risky. And so surgical innovations should concern everyone, and I, for one, would like to see our surgeons armed with the best tools that technology can afford. Yet my home electronics like an iPhone or Amazon Alexa has probably more computing power and intelligence built into it than many of the medieval surgical tools we use today. Now, that is not to say that surgical robotics is not already attracting a lot of attention. For one, its 24% annual growth rate mushrooming into a $25 billion segment by 2025 significantly outpaces the 5% annual growth rate in medical devices in general. For the past 2 decades, Intuitive's 𝐉𝐸ₐ system single-handedly dominated and drove the market in surgical robotics without much competition. With 900 units shipped in 2018 and more than 1 million procedures a year, it has solidified its leading position in the field. However, in its attempt to establish a broad beachhead, the $1.5 million 𝐉𝐸ₐ is arguably overspec'd for most surgical procedures, resulting in healthy debates about its cost effectiveness. Its huge permanent footprint and its lack of portability is also proving disadvantageous. One study suggests that because of its complexity, new surgeons with less than 200 robotic procedures under their belt are probably better off without the system. Fact is that many hospitals purchase a 𝐉𝐸ₐ robot sometimes for branding and bragging rights, but actual usage is still quite low. With about 6,000 systems deployed worldwide, most of the large metropolitan and teaching hospitals that need and can afford a 𝐉𝐸ₐ have probably already purchased one or more. We are therefore seeing instead a growing trend, a preference for smaller, more economical, portable, fit-for-purpose robotic systems, especially in purchases made by regional, community, and for-profit hospitals. And unlike the preceding 20 years, they now have no lack of choices. A large number of other companies have recently launched their own surgical robots. Medtronic with 𝐂𝐨𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐻 and 𝐻UGO, Stryker with 𝐉𝐸ₐ, CMR or Cambridge Robotics with 𝐉𝐸ₐ, and others that are either approved or on the verge of approval by regulators. In all, our research has identified over 100 startups, all with potentially deployable robots in the next 5 years. Now, underpinning this growth is development in a number of surgical innovations that we at Hunniwell track within the framework of see, treat, and heal, the 3 complementary elements that surgeons look for in a robotic ecosystem. In see, or surgical visualization, most of what we consider standard of care, including CT scans and MRI technologies, are at least 30 to 60 years old, with only incremental improvements over the decades. They also come with a baggage of problems, including harmful ionizing radiation, contrast agents that damage the kidneys, long processing times, and high costs that comes with large, clunky devices occupying valuable real estate in a hospital. Fortunately, we are seeing dozens of startups in various stages of rolling out new visualization technologies. One such example is the rapid development in hyperspectral and multispectral imaging. Enabled by quantum improvements in computing power and AI, they now can allow us to see and differentiate anatomical structures in ways never possible before, and therefore enabling tissue characterization, cancer margin analysis, and a host of other medical applications. In surgical navigation, there are similarly dozens of startups deploying new innovative tracking and articulation technologies. Now, human tissue is extremely delicate, more so when it is distressed or diseased, and so the development of entire families of soft actuators has made it possible for these soft robots to handle human tissue without damaging them. These involve different kinds of actuation mechanisms like mechanical, pressure, or magnetic activated devices that can operate at high precision but with a feather-like touch. Similarly, in treat, new innovations in energy-based therapeutics are right now on our doorsteps. Devices that can cut tissue, seal vessels, or otherwise treat impacted tissue and organs with greater precision and less collateral damage than ever before. And in heal, time-consuming suturing by hand, which exacts a mental toll on the surgeons and their eyes, is increasingly being replaced by automated systems, while various other technologies like cold plasma and other antimicrobial new materials offer improved infection control and tissue regeneration, leading to faster and better healing. At Hunniwell, we have devoted the past year to identifying and evaluating the startups that are most likely to succeed in transforming the way our surgeons see, treat, and heal. We have compiled a huge database of nearly 600 companies in the various fields and are tracking these companies, cheering them on, and investing in the best of them. If this is an area that's of interest to you, or if you have a technology that might fit within that scope, we invite you to visit our website and reach out to us. Beyond this, we remain steadfast in our vision that all of this will one day lead to more intelligent surgery. For that to happen, we are seeking the next wave of innovations in digitalization, standardization, interoperable devices, and finally, fully autonomous medical devices. Thank you.